another day, another dominant Lions win, beating the Buccaneers. You know, just Lions win to Tampa. Not only did the fan base invade that stadium, they just did what they need to do against the Bucs. Wasn't a pretty win. It was more of a defensive great win, but the Lions did what they needed to beat the Bucs. And they pull off a weekend sweep of Tampa thanks to the Wings winning the home opener against Tampa. Pistons preseason rolls on. So yeah, solid week for Detroit sports overall as a whole. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it and see what happened this week.
Detroit basketball!
So starting off, we got the Pistons having their one preseason game this week against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And let's be honest, it's preseason, so not much really to talk about. Even though the Pistons did show some resilience in that game. Mainly, they didn't look that good the first half, but the second half, the Pistons looked a lot better the second half, though. Would have come from behind win over the Thunder. Like, easily, James Wiseman was the more impressive player of the game. Like, Wiseman's been pretty good and impressive so far in preseason. Same deal with the rookie Asar Thompson. You know, he's been impressive so far, too. I know some people have been talking about Jaden Ivey coming off the bench, which I'm not really too concerned about that. I think they're just load managing him because, you know, it's preseason, and preseason means fuck all, so, you know, don't need to risk him getting injured in preseason. Just take it easy with him and give him some rest. Like, it's preseason, it's more testament to an player evaluation. You know, Monty just wants to just take a look at the young players and see what he's got on the roster for the Pistons this season. But we'll see. We'll see if he comes off the bench or if he ends up being a starter by the regular season start. I think he'll be a starter. I think he'll be just fine. I don't think there's nothing really to worry about there. But yeah, Pistons preseason rolls on. Now on to the Red Wings, as the Red Wings season has now officially begun in 2023-2024 NHL season has started. Yes, hockey season is officially here, thank God. But yeah, the Wings season, it got off to a bit of somewhat of a rough start with a loss in New Jersey to open the season, losing to the Devils. But the Wings bounced right back in their home opener, with the Wings getting a solid win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Like, so far in the two games, Alex DeBrincat, he's become everything as advertised, getting quite a few goals already. Like, Alex DeBrincat, he has been worth every bit of the investment the Wings made to get him in the offseason, even with the extension, the trade, what they gave to Ottawa in return. You know, whatever they gave up to get him, he's been worth every bit of it so far. Especially pairing him with Dylan Larkin has worked pretty well. Hell, the Wings even brought in their new goal horn, their old Hockey Town horn from the Joe Louis Arena they dug out. So they found a way to make that horn play without the arena going boom. In a not so good way. Thank fucking God the Wings got a new goal horn. That fucking old horn they had was a goddamn embarrassment to Joe Louis Arena in Hockey Town. Thank God they got a real one. Goal song, not really a fan of it though. I honestly like that old song they had last year better. But, hey, beggars can't be choosers. But hey, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. But yeah, the Wings get the win over Tampa Bay. And yeah, weekend sweep of Tampa. So yeah, how about that? Beating Tampa Bay in 2 different sports. Chicago and Minnesota could never. But yeah, just a great win. You know, just great to have some more excitement here, not just with the Lions, but the Red Wings too. You know, whether the Pistons could be exciting to watch too or not, yet to be seen. You know, we'll find out by the end of the month when the NBA season starts. Regular season, that is. But yeah, some positives to take from the Wings here, as NHL season is officially underway. Hockey is so back, baby. Now, this Lions game, it was a defensive great battle. Just, you know, Lions just completely shut the Bucs down on offense. Like, mainly the defense played exceptionally well in this game. Just completely shut the Bucs offense down. You know, Baker Mayfield could not do fuck all against the Lions defense. Like the Lions, they only gave up 6 points in this game, and it was off 2 field goals. So Lions defense did their job very well against the Buccaneers, shut them down. Like, even Tracy Walker completely shut down Chris Godwin in the fourth quarter with that big hit on him, sending Chris Godwin straight to the Shadow Realm. Good lord, Tracy Walker really trying to make up for last year after he tore his Achilles last year, making up for lost time. Love it. And of course, the Lions offense, well, it was kind of slow to start off because that Bucs defense, like the only thing real about the Bucs was that defense. That defense is fucking legit. But the Lions did what they needed to against the Bucs. You know, even Amon-Ra's touchdown pass run, I didn't even think he got in the end zone because I thought he went out of bounds at the 5 after Reynolds got the block, until I realized that Amon-Ra, when he leaped, because I thought Amon-Ra went out of bounds when he leaped up in the air to avoid the Bucs defender, until I realized that he still landed in bounds. I was like, holy shit, that is good heads up by Amon-Ra to stay in bounds. So yeah, great heads up and awareness play by Amon-Ra. Like, just seems like this Lions team is well disciplined than what we've seen in years past, especially Aiden Hutchinson with that shove on Baker Mayfield in the first quarter, where he made sure to shove Baker while Baker was still in bounds to avoid a penalty. So some good heads up play by the Lions and good awareness, something we haven't seen from Lions teams in God knows how long. You know, hey, always good to find ways for the refs. Hey, the refs can't penalize you if you play within the rules. But yeah, and of course, of course, Jameson Williams, J-Mo actually did something again with 2 catches in the game, with the second one being a 45-yard bomb in the end zone. There, that ought to shut up all the J-Mo slander for now. J-Mo slander will not be tolerated here. But yeah, and that play came a play after J-Mo dropped the catch that would have gave probably the Lions a first down. So yeah, when the Lions deal with adversity, it seems that J-Mo is not affected by it. J-Mo drops a pass, it's no problem. It's no problem, he'll get a 45-yard bomb the very next play. So yeah, this Lions team just is not fazed by anything. Like I said, I was confident about this game coming in. I knew it was going to be a defensive, low-scoring game. I knew the Lions weren't going to put up that many points, but the Lions defense did what they needed to against the Bucs. Just a great team win, especially Jack Fox-Pitt really helping the Lions defense out, pinning the Bucs deep in their own territory. A couple of times here, I thought the Lions there, DM was going to get a safety, but they just couldn't get that. They couldn't get the Baker there. But, just a great defensive win and pretty much a defensive low-scoring game. But the Lions got the win. They did what they needed to against the Bucs. And the Lions win 20-6. And now the Lions move to 5-1 are now in a 3-way tie for the top spot in the NFC. Thanks to the 49ers losing to the Cleveland Browns off Jake Moody whiffing on a 41-yard field goal line, right? Damn it, Moody. You weren't missing. God damn it, Moody. And then you also had the Eagles, for the first time in their franchise history, lose to the New York Jets. So yeah, there are no more undefeated teams left in the league. And that sound you hear is the sound of the 1972 Dolphins popping bottles of champagne to celebrate being the only undefeated team in NFL history. Still. So yeah, no more undefeated teams. But yeah, now the Lions are in a new dogfight. Because now with the Lions winning and Green Bay was on the bye this week, plus Minnesota and Chicago played each other in the fucking Tank Bowl. So yeah, Detroit now has a 3.5 game lead on the Packers for the top spot in the NFC North. So Lions got some breathing room in the North for now. And now it's a 3-way dogfight. Putting that top spot in the NFC as the Lions took sole possession of third with them knocking off the Bucs. The good news for the Buccaneers fans is, hey, even though you lost, here's one positive I'll give you. At least the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons all lost, so in the end, Tampa Bay gains nothing. But if you're Tampa Bay though, you gotta feel pissed too, because you had a golden opportunity to run away with the division too, and Tampa Bay failed to take advantage of it. Don't worry, Bucs fans. Us Lions fans have been in this position before. All the way back in week 2. When the Lions lost to the Seahawks. And then everyone else in the division lost that same weekend. Don't worry, Bucs fans. We know that feeling. We know that feeling, bros. But yeah, and also good to see another stadium get taken over by Honolulu Blue. As yeah, Lions fans are now 3 for 3 in invading stadiums this year. The only thing I was disappointed in the Lions stadium takeover was that the fan base didn't take over that Bucs pirate ship in the end zone. It would have been funny as hell if the Lions took over that pirate ship, because effectively the Lions made Baker Mayfield and the Bucs walk the plank. And it would have been funny as hell if they just told all the Buccaneer staff on that ship to go walk the plank and take that ship over. So yeah, but yeah, hey, still a great takeover there. Just Lions now 3 for 3 in taking over stadiums. Baltimore's next week. But yeah, great win by the Lions, 5-1. The best start the Lions have had to a season since 2011. And the way the Lions offense and defense have been clicking, it's like the best Lions offense and defense since the 50s and 60s. Like, the Lions have just been that good. Like, this is definitely the brand new Lions. Just a lot of things to like about. Always great to be a Lions fan. And with Baltimore coming up, there's also another big game coming up that'll take some attention here. Which means it's time for time to bring the belt out for Michigan Wolverines' first big boy game of the season. So with Michigan facing Michigan State next week for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. A game that Michigan should just beat the living crap out of Michigan State in. But yeah, because next week the fan base will be split against each other with Michigan and Michigan State next week. All I gotta say for that is, go blue, baby. But yeah, 5-1. Lions get the win over the Buccaneers. They get revenge on Baker Mayfield. Now on to Baltimore next week and take on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens next week in Baltimore. I'm out.